One of the days when I want to be alone, when I'm angry inside. And a lot of stuff I'm mad. No one to take it out. I've never been that way. And just one of the days when I want to be all alone, when I'm angry. Get out of here. Just one of the days. Don't take it personal. Because I just want to be all alone. And you think I'll treat you wrong. Then the rumors started, and she didn't help dispel them. I mean, you close to both of them. And I just kept thinking, hook me up with an African girl. Everything you've done, I've supported. This is how I feel. What's wrong? I still don't know. It's her. Imagine being in a competition with somebody you don't even know you're competing with. I want to take some time out to talk about reunion. Because apparently I didn't say all the shit that was brewing. Well, y'all, I really want to keep it cute, but the whole way through, see, these bitches just making me feel inside, angry through and through. As I sing this tune to you, I'm so freaking confused. I just want us to be honest for once, because the receipts don't lie. You watched the show before my time. These bitches been on a lie, and that is why I don't take it personal. Bars! Oh, not a whole freestyle. I'm sorry, I just made that up like right now. I didn't even know what I was gonna say, but then I just kind of said it, clock it. Anyway, so reunion. Oh my goodness, we're down to the first two episodes have aired, and I'm like, I lied. Girl, speak up. I felt the same way y'all did. I was even like, speak up, but then there's always grace, right? And I think this season, a good friend of mine said, this season you came in, you kept your gloves on. You wasn't trying to fight dirty. You kept your gloves on. And she's right. And she was like, but you're going to have to toughen up and you're going to have to get dirty. And I'm like, that ain't really in my character. And I've never been that way. I always just try to fight with facts and what was real and what. And then a lot of times I felt like some of the things I was saying was being misconstrued, misinterpreted, switched around. We're going to get into all that. So let's start off with so pretty. I love it. The showcase, back and forth on the disc with Drew, me singing, her singing. There's room for us all to win, right? I will say, I threw some light shade. I own it. I was guilty of that, for sure. I thought it was funny. Like, even down to the radio station, you know, I'm like, hey, good club, good pub, bad pub. It's all pub. I'm pumping you, too. I'm talking about 5 different languages. You don't speak no 5 language. I'm talking about, you know, she ain't hitting them notes. Whatever. Light shade to me. Anyway. But I think Drew's a great singer. I think she sounds good. Would I have chosen a different producer? Absolutely. But it is what it is. Moving on from that, I even asked Drew to do a showcase with me, which you guys didn't see that part. At that studio that day, I asked her to do a showcase. And she said, why are you going to open up for me? And I was like, sure. Whatever. Because, you know, right? It's not beneath me. Whatever. I get it. Fast forward, she's like, oh, no, my team and I decided I'm just going to do it by myself. Oh, okay, cool. So the whole time, I'm like, hey, so how's it coming? How's the planning coming for your showcase? Like, when are you going to do it? I want to make sure I'm there to support it. Nothing. She's like, oh, it's coming along great. Oh, we're good. You know, what is yours? Making it like kind of a competition. I'm like, well, okay, it's coming, you know, and it's going great too. Fast forward, I invite her to my showcase. She comes and she tears it apart. I get it. Fine. Whatever. We'll call hers fun shade as well. But even at my showcase, I invited her to the stage to do her music. I gave her flowers there. I was like, shout out to Drew. She doing her thing. But but you know, we only get this much time on our show, so y'all don't see all that. I'm thinking, you know, like, okay, I'm doing my showcase, and we're like almost done with the season, and I haven't gotten an invite to hers, but I'm like, maybe she's doing hers and she's not inviting me. And then I'm like, well, maybe she'll pop out at Angela's event and do some music. Who knows? I don't know. She definitely came to my showcase and picked me apart. It was like, was the mic on? Because I was wondering. Then she changed it to, well, the mic was on, but it shouldn't have been on. Okay, girl. But you know, as a singer, I try to pride myself on doing songs to instrumental tracks, maybe just having the background vocals. And you missed the note, fine. You missed it. Try to catch the next one and then do better next time. We learn from our mistakes. How do we grow, right? Anybody can sing on top of their songs. But I took a little shade, shout to the heart, and you're too late. So that was fine. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. I took it. It hurt a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. A little bit. But I took it, and then I'm like, okay, but where's your showcase? She said, my team and I decided that we're going to wait to do it because there's no point if people don't know the songs. Well, I've been doing music a very long time. You might not have heard of me, but I definitely have, and you can check my resume later. I do know that a showcase is to showcase your music. Even as, you know, aspiring artists can do a showcase. You don't have to be a known artist. People don't have to know your songs to do a showcase. That would be called a concert. A concert is when people can come and sing along to your songs. But I digress.
You're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick. Check this out. It turns out insurance companies use AI to calculate the...
I definitely wish Drew well in her music. I know how hard it is as a woman and a Black woman just trying to do this in this industry. You know, I've been in this industry. I was signed to Universal Records in high school. Like, so it's a rough road. And I think there's room for everybody to win. So I wish her all the best. And I only brought up, to keep down the Drew stuff, I only brought up Drew's fake Judith Lieber bag, y'all, because she asked me how she was a liar. And where are my receipts? Like, how am I a liar at reunion? I kept it light, I thought, by just talking about some materialistic crap. I'm like, oh, girl, you said you had a Judith Lieber bag. This is a Kira bag. I got one, too. Hey, you know, it was what it is. And like, that's fine, but you lied about something so simple. I could have went a lot heavier. And if she keep on doing what she's doing, I'm going to have to go heavier. And I don't want to. I want to keep it cute because, you know, I be singing my gospel songs and playing my gospel music because I try to, like, be that. But God ain't through with me yet. And I'm still at work. And if they keep pushing, then it's just going to have to go there. But I don't want to. I want to keep it cute, classy, because I got a lot of other stuff that I got going on. And for what? Can we all just get along? So that's that for Drew.
Have you saw Drew? The one from the 90s?
Who from the 90s?
Came to my party in a time capsule.
Okay, you guys, thanks for coming to LRGA Curves. I know the reunion just played. Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion just completed part 3. They only needed 2 parts. Where's everybody's husband? Why was Ralph sitting behind Phaedra? Why was Dennis sitting behind Portia? Oh, because everything's fakey McFuckerson. Oh, and why is Portia laughing and smiling in Shamia's face if she's really mad that Shamia's mom is business savvy enough to freaking buy a building when it's at its cheapest in foreclosure, when instead of paying dollars on dollars, you're paying cents on dollars for a property. Excuse me for Shamia's mom being a smart bitch. Excuse me. You can't be mad, Miss Diane. You can't be mad because your business acumen was not as high key as Shamia's mom. I said it before, and you guys know what? I just found out I'm blocked by Shamia, but oh well. The season's over. She was a flop. Anyway, no, okay. No, I really liked Shamia when the season first started. Go ahead. Thanks for coming in. Smash that like button. Smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring my bell. Ring my bell, since we're all doing a showcase of our talent, okay? And so I was over here because I don't watch stuff until tomorrow because I watch the things on PCAC because the Comcast wanted my arm and my leg. And I was like, well, look, my arm and my leg are in use. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my views on Peacock, which happens to have a lot of other stuff that I love, like Love Island, and some other stuff that's specific to Peacock. Anyway, so I'll be watching tomorrow. But in the meantime, I was really glad to have Shamia Morton do a live tonight where I don't know, was this a live? Was it a stream live? I didn't see it. She posted it 3 hours ago. And so she did this pre-reunion wrap up, post-reunion season. Here's everything I meant to say, but couldn't because Portia was busy yelling at me, berating me, talking over me, confusing me, bringing up LMNOP when we're talking about ABC, bitch. Can you stay on ABC? I don't want to hear about LMNOP because we're on ABC. You treated me like shit in 2025 when I finally get Center Peach on a show that you've been lying on for some seasons now. Didn't she come the same season that Ken came? That was B's season 5. So season 5, didn't Ken and Portia come in the same time? I don't remember. All I remember is bye, Ashley. So when they came on, Shamia has always been in the peripheral of the entire woman group, and especially Portia, She'll Take Your Husband, Williams. And it's interesting that the fracture isn't obvious until Shamia was able to level the playing field and get as much shine and an equal platform opportunity as her not BFF, right? It's like a BFF on paper because it looks good. You know, it sounds good to say, oh, yeah, I know Portia Williams. We grew up together. It sounds good to say, oh, yeah, Shamia, the lady that's always at all the games and everywhere around town. And she lives on that street that doesn't even have a number on her house because her street is her house. That's Shamia. Oh, yeah, I know her. We grew up together. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You know, and they go out in the same circles and they hang out and they aspire for the same things. They all want, you know, the money, the family, the lifestyle, the travel, the looking good, you know what I'm saying? They want what they want. And that's what life is for. I want you to want what you want. And I want you to get what you want. As long as it's not hurt, harming, or hindering the next person, then you go for it. Go for it. But I feel like Shamia coming on the show to Portia, she felt hurt, harmed, and hindered. Okay? And some of it was real, but I feel like a lot of it existed by the mere fact that Shamia leveled the playing field and was able to, Shamia had leveled the playing field and was able to procure Center Peach on a platform where Portia's been donkey legging everywhere. Right. So this was her realm. Like I was just watching The Sandman, the series on Netflix. You guys should check it out if you like otherworldly stuff. I really love faith stuff. And so there's other different realms. And I already believe in that, you know, levels, realms, whatever you want to call it, realities, whatever. Right. And so timelines, whatever. Right. So on the timeline where Portia was the end all be all of peachness in the Real Housewives of Atlanta realm, if you will, okay? And Shamia being peripheral to that through Candy, through Ken, through, who else does she know on the show? Phaedra knew her enough to know that she was eating, that Candy was eating her box, so I don't know. But allegedly, is my allegedly thing down there? I hope so. Allegedly, you guys. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes and allegedly. And anything I'm playing is under the Copyright Act of 1976, under which fair use is made for commenting, research, and education and criticism. And we're going to be doing all of that. So, because it's life, you know, it's not like I'm trying to. It's just that I'm trying to give us all the room to get through this in one piece. And we all do the shit that we complain about. So yeah, there's that. So I'm even realizing that while I'm here talking about these ladies again. And anyway, back to the train. Or should I say the Corvette? Or should I say the Lamborghini? I don't know. I pulled up in my Bugatti. Okay. So when the realm ended up having a new princess, because Nene Leakes remains the queen of the realm of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And when a new princess came, and it was a peripheral person that you got to play off all the time. Husband, what's play off mean again? You know, you're not keeping it real when you play somebody off, like you're playing them. Just I hope you know what I mean. Anyway, so I feel like actually Portia has been playing Shamia off all this time, because little did we know. And Shamia hid her light under a bush, oh yes, to the point where we didn't even know she had no street number because her house is the street. We didn't really know. I mean, unless you know that she was like the halftime show at all the games in Atlanta basketball. We didn't really know that she was like, you know, a semi-socialite. We didn't really know that she had a universal record deal, that she could sing, that she could dance, that she was the end all be all, that she's lots and lots of fun. We didn't know. We had no idea. We thought Portia, the scrappy one of the bunch, of the duo, if you will, the scrappy one of the duo, because we did just hear Shamia say that, you know, she's not really a yeller. You're going to overtalk her. You're going to overtalk her. The truth will set you free later, and the truth will always be revealed, bitch, because God just made you my footstool if you're going to come in here on some enemy shit. So Portia had been playing Shamia low all this time, thinking that, oh, well, you might have all that going on, but I have the realm of RHOA, and I'm the princess in RHOA. You know, you can come be my friend and be my sidekick over here, but I'm the princess of this realm. But the executives or somebody, I bet it was Candy, somebody let production know, and they have been asking Shamia from her own mouth. She said that they have been asking her for some time. And finally, they was just willing to be like, okay, fine. Your husband doesn't want to be on, even though he's an HVAC bajillionaire. He doesn't want to tell the people how to make bajillions in HVAC and how to go procure a freaking HVAC contract with all the airports around the globe. You don't want him to come on and tell us about that, then he don't have to, but we still want you, Shamia. So she comes onto the realm. She gets invited into the realm by the gods of the realm, the producers, right? And so they invite her into the realm where they already know they have a princess. And you know how fucking gods are. They love putting two things against each other. They're like, oh, let's put this and this together and see what survives, just for fun. You know, like they're just like, let's see if they serve for fun, because they live forever and we're their little playthings. Anyway, so the gods, producers, put, not like God. I know it's Sunday. I'm not being blasphemous. Follow me here. Pretend this is science fiction. So the masters, let's call them masters of the realm, the producers, editors, all them, they have been after Shamia for all this time. They finally get Shamia to enter the realm, because you can only come in if you're asked, just like all the other realms. You come in that bitch uninvited, you're going to have some problems, right? So they invite her into the realm, and not only into the realm, but into the castle where Portia's been kicking it. And they're like, oh, as a matter of fact, we want you to be just like her level, but you just got here. You just got to their sphere country, and you just got here. So, but they want you to be on the same level as the current princess, to the point where in the cast photo, like, you're pretty front and center. You're not peripheral anymore. And you have a whole freaking fruit in your hand, and it's a peach. You're not a peripheral anymore. So I can't play you off the way that I've been playing you off, Shamia, because I've been playing like I have it all. And you're my sidekick. But for real, what's really happening is that Shamia had it going on, and Portia was the sidekick. Okay, to and through, and this is no hate, no shade. I'm just putting 2 and 5 together, okay, which is 7, and I love 7, 7, 7, 7. I'm just putting it together because to and through her mother having the business acumen to procure a building that had been foreclosed on for cents on the dollar instead of dollars on the dollar. Why is Shamia's mom a villain for buying a foreclosed building? Really, bitch? The real question I think would be, and I feel like your anger is displaced. Perhaps your ire should be turned back towards Miss Diane. Because didn't she let the building go into foreclosure? So how is it Shamia's mama's fault that she had it to the point to be able to go buy what your mother lost in a legal real estate transaction in the state of Georgia? How is that a fucking problem? But you hung out with her from that time through this time and been playing her off as your sidekick. No wonder you were talking so loud in the clips I've seen of you at the reunion, Portia Gobadia. Because, oh no, she's back to Williams. Is it Williams again? Or was her mama's name Williams? Is it Diane Williams? Or was it Cordell Williams? I don't know. Anyway, so back to the realm shit. Portia's in the realm. Shamia comes in the realm. She has a peach. She already has the regalness. Her Foot Locker is full of all the latest silks and minerals and golds and gems, her crowns, her tiaras, everything's hidden, right? You can't say, and she's fun, and she can dance, and she cries. She has Black woman tears, and she has a husband, and she has a daughter with special abilities and a beautiful family, and she's trying to have some more babies. So she has everything that Portia has already done in this realm, right? But hers is intact, okay? So Shamia's kicking it in the realm, looking around. Oh, well, wow, look, there's some other new princesses here, but they're not on the level of me and Portia, but they've got peaches too. And so like we're all bidding for like, the master's attention, if you will. And for Portia to get to the whole end of our season, when we've witnessed her play Shamia off, when Shamia went and tried to talk to her, and she was like everything is just such a chore. Everything Shamia said was like a fucking dagger in her eye. Everything Shamia said was like she was taking tweezers and pulling her edge hairs out one by one. Why? You've known this woman all your life. You've been playing her off as your peripheral all this time. But now that she's equal to you and we get to have equal camera time and she's mic'd up like that with confessionals, now? Now, Portia? Now? There's a problem with Shamia? Really? I wonder why. Exactly, Milo. What the fuck? I wonder why there's a problem all of a sudden. Could it be because in this realm where you thought you were the only one, now she's in your motherfucking castle eating your peaches? Is that what's up, Portia? Are you jealous? Is that green or was that gold? They both start with G, darling. The reunion colors. It looked like green to me. Very green and envious, Portia. Nice and shiny green. Your glimmer had us thinking it was gold, but you're really envious of Shamia. For you to sit up on that motherfucking stage. I told you I'm going to watch it tomorrow, but they've been putting out 5-minute clips. They want my motherfucking attention. Okay, they got it. So for Portia to sit in this reunion, and after the 2 episodes that I have already seen, she's been given reasons like, oh, feathers are soft and the sky is blue and carpet comes in shag and you can paint your windows as reasons as to why she's upset with Shamia. It's just like everything. But you haven't said nothing like that to her in the 15 episodes I saw you dodging bullets. You haven't said nothing like that to her, right? So how is it that you get all the way to the reunion and not only all that other bullshit, but now her mama bought a building because my mom let it go into foreclosure and her mom bought a building and she's bad and that's why and and the door is closed. Well, the door was closed to your mother after she lost the building in foreclosure, but the door was open to Shamia and Shamia's mom and their daycare business, because what it was they were running the first 24-hour daycare in Georgia. We did a whole thing on it when we first found this out, that could be part of what the past was, right? And that was in like 2015, 13, 15 or something like that. It was around there. I'll say between 2000, I'll give it a wide span. Between 2010 and 2015, stuff happened, okay? And she lost the building, she bought the building. Put it in the chat. If you had the money and the wherewithal to buy a building and procure it for yourself, once it became in foreclosure, after a friend owned that building, just because they own that building, would you let that opportunity go by and slip through your fingers when you had an opportunity to make a fabulous business decision and buy a property in foreclosure for half the price, quarter of the price? Who knows what the price was? But it was less. It was less. Okay? And for Portia to bring that up, like, that's bad. Oh my God. Your mom's a smart businesswoman. You're bad. She's bad. Apples and trees, bitch. Really? So I can understand why Shamia was like smacks of godness at Portia now including her mother in a foreclosed building when they both know that there's more to that story.